Here's the exact model that I used to scale my social media marketing agency to $19.1 thousand last month, and I did it as a 19-year-old starting less than 10 months ago. So if you want to grow your business as quick as possible, listen up. It all really comes down to just three things, and most people honestly overcomplicate it. But I promise you, if you're missing even just one, you're just shooting yourself in the foot. Now I'm going to break it down so you can go ahead and just copy it and hit your first 10K month online within the next 90 days.
So exploding your SMMA really comes down to just these simple tactics right here, or systems. Your offer / your service, there's then outreach, and then there is sales, and it's really that simple. Anyone who tells you anything else is honestly just overcomplicating it, and this is the main stuff that you need to focus on if you do want to explode your business, right? So starting off with the first one, this is in chronological order. You should follow this, then do the next one next, and then do the next one, right? Do them in chronological order. So starting off with the offer / service, the biggest thing that I think people can do, or a big misconception out there, is just go look what everyone else is doing. Oh, everyone's doing Facebook ads, calling the leads, and go offer exactly that. What I've found, at least being in a saturated industry, saturated niche, and it's not technically saturated, like yes, there's a lot of people, it's competitive in specific niches, and pretty much all the big niches that you see, they are quote unquote saturated with marketing companies. So I'm just going to take the frame that you're in a saturated niche, whether it's real estate, roofing, contractors, anything like that, solar, all those niches, there's a million marketing companies in there. So how do you actually stand out? Well, that's the biggest thing. A lot of people go out and tell you to just, run Facebook ads, see what these other people are doing, and just go and copy them. But when you do that, it also makes your life 20, 30 times harder, because you're offering the same exact thing as all of these other big marketing agencies that they've already been pitched before. And even if you're great at sales, if they don't see a difference in your service, then they're not going to go with you, right? And yes, you can call it some unique mechanism, right? And you for sure can close them if you're really great at sales. But for this, and especially when you're starting a business, you're only at a couple thousand a month, or you're making $0 a month, you want to get your first clients, right? You're not going to be some killer at sales. So the way to differentiate yourself is with your offer / your service. So if everyone in your industry is if everyone's offering Facebook ads, right? Everyone's offering Facebook ads. Go look and see, okay, what are the other avenues that we can potentially offer besides Facebook ads that are still going to get them their desired outcome? That's the main thing though. You need to think about, what do these people want, right? It's jobs, it's clients, they want more revenue. That's what they want. The avenue to get them there doesn't really matter. Now, I'm saying that because you can offer them any of these services, they all work, but I'm saying it's going to be easier to offer someone something that's different than what they've possibly tried in the past before, and you're still promising the same outcome, right? So that's why I'm saying differentiate your service. That's going to make your life easier. So think about their outcome, what do they want, and think about the different avenues to get them there. So you have Facebook ads. Rather than that, you could go do Google ads. You could do YouTube ads. Otherwise, you could go do TikTok in some niches. You could try it out. Right now, that's the first part of it, is just with your service, see what everyone else is doing and do something that's totally unique. Maybe you want to make sure there is proof of concept. You probably don't want to be the first one to go start something. But what I've realized is all these big agencies and all the people who dominated in the SMMA space in general, it's like you look at Iman Gadzhi, he got in it like 8 years ago or something, and that when no one else was doing it, so he could offer whatever service he wanted. And then he goes and tells everyone to offer Facebook ads, and that's what everyone does, or shoot videos, content creation. That's why all those services are pretty saturated, because everyone does those. But not every single mechanism for delivering the service is saturated. Some industries, they don't really know about Google ads. Others don't know about YouTube ads, TikTok ads especially, right? So pick something that you can get them results with, and you can use ChatGPT. Be like, hey, ChatGPT, how would I possibly target someone on this platform? How would I write the creative to get them to convert? How would I write the copy? And is it possible to get them results, right? And if it is, that's great, because what people always want something different rather than better. So if you can come in an industry like real estate and offer TikTok ads to get them listings rather than doing Facebook ads like every other person's doing, you're gonna go out and get a lot of eyeballs on you. You're going to get a lot of traction, a decent amount of traction, even if you don't have many case studies, because of what you're offering is so unique, and it seems like a unique mechanism to these agents. And that's really the big part of it. And then for actually coming up with your offer, you can just follow the Hormozi value equation, which some people do that, right? But really the main thing is, okay, what's the dream outcome? What do they want, right? What is their goal? Their goal is either more listings, more revenue, more client. That's at the top. Now you got to do, how are you going to get them there? So how? You got to do a risk reversal. Risk reversal, meaning you're taking the risk out of it for them. And third is the time frame, right? Time frame. So how long does it take them to get there? All right, so their goal, what do they want? They want listings. So what are we going to do? We're going to run TikTok ads for contractors to get them more jobs, to get them more revenue within 30 days. Otherwise, you don't pay. And actually, the other part of it is you want to make sure it is specific. So you want to give a specific outcome. So hey, we're going to get you 3 more jobs with TikTok ads in 90 days. Otherwise, you don't pay. Right, and that's all you need right there. Come up with an offer that reverses the risk as much as possible. You can for sure do like pay per appointment and stuff like that, but really what people want is they want the dream outcome, which is the listings, the deals, the clients, the jobs. They want all of that, right? So just keep it specific, know how you're gonna do it. So which one of these, and ideally choose a not so saturated one. Use some sort of risk reversal, take the risk out of it for them, and then make it a clear time frame so they know exactly the expected time frame to actually deliver this result, and they can kind of plan ahead. So that's the first part. Now that you have your offer and your service, that's already going to set you up for success, and you need that, and that's going to help you when you go and do your outreach, right? It's just going to help you because with outreach, the big thing is you need a way to stand out. Now, when choosing your method of outreach, let me just move all this stuff right here quick, get it out of the way. Now, the first part of outreach is you need to go and choose what's your method of outreach. Now, there's a million out there. There's cold calling, there's SMS, there is email. There's so much stuff out there. These are like the 3 main ones right here. The first thing that you need to do is figure out where is my niche, right? So you got to think like contractors. They're probably not checking their email, but they're for sure on their phones a lot more. So that for contractors, you would go with cold calling and text, right? And probably I would recommend SMS just because a lot of them are probably working and they don't have time to go pick up their phone, right? But you got to think about your niche, and then you just basically pick one of these. Stop trying to overcomplicate it. Stop trying to do a million different things. Stop doing, I'm going to do 10 cold calls and 10 emails and 10 SMS. How about go do 300 SMS for a week, see how that works, to go do 300 emails for a week, see how that works, go do 300 cold calls for a week, see how that works, and then go and reevaluate your results and see, okay, what got me the most bookings, what got me the highest response rate, and just double down on that. It's so simple. All you do is you pick one thing that's working. Pick one thing that's working and you just double down on that. All you do from there. Right, for example, in my agency, I found cold calling was working. Then what I did, I went and built a team, and we just doubled down on cold calling, double the volume, triple the volume, quadruple the volume, and you keep repeating that. It's the same thing with email. If you send 100 emails and you get a meeting booked, why not double that? Send 200 emails, get two meetings booked. It doesn't always go 1 + 1 = 2 though, right? Sometimes it might be 1 + 1 = 1.5. So you gotta scale exponentially, right? But so then just go send 1,000 emails a day, right? Just find one thing that's working and scale it up, and it's so simple. And then with that, if you have your good offer, you want to integrate that in there. Integrate your unique mechanism, what actually makes you unique with it, right? And that's the biggest part. The biggest piece of advice for outreach I can give you is, number one, you want to pattern interrupt. You want to make it seem like you're only reaching out to them and it's for them only, because people hate just like bottled stuff, generic stuff. You also don't want to bait and switch them. Yeah, you can get a high response rate if you ask, are you taking on any more jobs right now? Yeah, of course they are, but when you get on the phone with them, they're going to say, I thought you were going to send me jobs, and they're going to hang up on you, right? But when you have your unique mechanism, let's say you do TikTok ads, you can go out, text a contractor, say, hey John, this is Noah here. I just found your profile over on Angie's List, and that's just one of the sites where a lot of contractors are. I found your profile on Angie, right? And we actually came up with a new system. I wanted to reach out because we help contractors get 3 extra jobs within 90 days using TikTok ads. Was just wondering if that's something you'd be open to learning more about. Something like that, super simple. But when you have a unique mechanism that's actually unique from all the other stuff like Facebook ads, for example, you can go out and just flat out say what you do. Right? You don't want to go into the nitty-gritty details. Hey, we target this. This is what the creative, this is what the script looks like, right? You can show that on your demo, on your sales, which I'll go over in a second. But when you have a unique mechanism, you can lean into that, and that's going to do a lot of the heavy lifting for you. So now that you have your outreach and your offer / service figured out, this is going to be a big part of it. These 2 are huge. If you can get these nailed down, it's gonna translate over to the sales, and it's gonna increase your close rate, make it easier for you because you're already positioning yourself as different from all these other people. And then the big thing as well with outreach, just make sure you go double down on that, right? If you do have any questions about any of this, just go shoot me a DM on Instagram. I'm happy to reply, connect with any of you guys. And last part is sales. So sales, a lot of people say it's arguably the most important thing you can do. Now, I agree to an extent, but also you don't You want to get to the point where your product, where your track record does the selling for you. Now, obviously, you can't get there right away when you don't have a ton of case studies, right? So the way to do it, what I found the best sales piece of advice that I can give to you right now, it's not some tonality thing. It's not some change the cadence of how you're talking. It's not how does that feel for you personally though? Right? None of that works. I'm telling you right now in B2B, right? B2C, it's different. But the biggest sales piece of advice I can give you is be authentic. Just be yourself. Stop trying to put them through a sales process that's already pre-made. You want to have a goal of what the sales process should be, like what you're looking to get out. So the first part, there's discovery, right? That's where you're data collecting, getting a lot of information about them. The main stuff that you want in discovery is you want to find the problem. So, hey, why is this person on the call with me? Even if you reach out to them, they don't just respond to everyone, right? They obviously have a problem. It's probably they want to get more jobs and they feel they're stuck there. So find their problem. The next thing you want to do is you want to find urgency to solve that problem. And it's really, those are the two big things right there. If you can get what is their problem, what do they want to solve, why are they actually on this call, and what's the urgency behind it, right? Is this something they're looking to do now? Is it like a yesterday problem, or are they looking to do it 6 months down the line? If you can find a problem, you can find an urgency, and then also as well, get a goal in there, find out what they're looking to do. Get those three things. Okay, so how many, I guess, what's the reason we're on the call today, John? Oh, I want to get more jobs. More jobs? Yeah, I just feel like I'm not doing enough what I could. Okay, I mean, what do you mean by that? Yeah, I mean, we're just not getting enough leads, and okay, so you're not getting enough leads is the thing. Got it. And then obviously you would want to build some rapport before then, maybe not just go straight into that, but then urgency. Yeah, so John, I know you mentioned you want to get more jobs. I guess for you, is that something you're looking to do like as soon as possible, or is that more of a thing like kind of pushing it a couple months, a year or so down the line? Oh no, I wanted to do this yesterday. I'm ready to get more jobs now. Okay, got it. And then you can also ask, so for you, John, I guess what's the goal? I mean, you're doing three or four jobs a month now. You've been doing that for a little while. I mean, what are you actually looking to get to? Are you happy with 3 or 4? No, man. I'm looking to pretty much double that. Okay, double it. So you're basically looking to increase the business by over 100%, get to 8 or 9 jobs. Yeah, okay. Get those 3 things. That's all you need in discovery. The next part with it is then you go into your, I'm not going to go over like pre-pitch and stuff, but basically all you do, you can pitch them. You can even have a demo deck, right? Walk through what you do A to Z. But a big thing is show, don't tell, right? So even if you don't have case studies, don't just talk about all this stuff. Actually, you can pull up like screenshots of your ads manager. You can pull up screenshots of what it would look like when you were setting this stuff up. Even if you don't have any case studies, you can show screenshots of, okay, this is what the TikTok ad looks like. This is how the targeting works. This is what it's going to look like. Here's the funnel. And you can just show them all that stuff. Now, personally, I've been closing a lot of calls where I don't even share my screen. Like, I just kind of talk about what I do super quick, but it's also because I have the sales process built out and I have the conviction. I have some case studies as well to leverage, but just show them, just show screenshots. You don't need a huge pitch deck. Just show them like screenshots of what you actually do, and that's going to get you far, right? And then objection handling, you don't really need to be a wizard at it. If whatever they say, I'll put this right here, objection handling, right? Now, the way to handle any objection right here, let's just say they need to think about it. What you want to do right away is get a tie down and figure out, is this a smoke screen or is it an objection, right? A lot of times it is a smoke screen, meaning it's not a real objection. They just want to try to get off the call. So if they say, oh yeah, no, it sounds good, I just need to go think about it. Okay, no problem. Now, can I just ask you super quick, just so I kind of have an idea, is this something, everything I just showed you, is this something you feel like you can get results with, it can get you 4 jobs a month, like 100% confident in that? See, I don't even say it that smoothly, but it works. And they say, yeah, no, I feel decent about it. Oh, just decent. It didn't sound like you feel super bought into it. And then you just find the real objection right there. You want to make sure they're bought in, get the tie down on, hey, is this person, do they really like the product? Do they really like the service? Are they confident in it? And you just go from there, find the real objection. And if they say, yeah, I'm 100% confident, okay, then I guess, John, when you say you need to go think about it, I guess what's coming up for you that has you like going to think about it? I guess just to make sure, see if there's anything I can send over, help out with. Oh, it's just kind of the pricing, getting the budget figured out. Okay, it's just the pricing. So besides the pricing, you're 100% good on the process itself. And you get the tie down, you find out, okay, the pricing is the only thing, or this is the only thing. Not I need to think about it. It's not an objection, right? That's a smoke screen. Find out the real objection and just go handle that, right? And I can make a more in-depth video on my sales process if you like, but that's pretty much everything there. Just to recap, you have your offer service, make it unique, and have a offer that is specific, that hits the how. So what's the mechanism? A unique mechanism ideally. So TikTok ads, YouTube ads, Google ads, something unique. You could be doing AI emails, something like that. You want to have a risk reversal, ideally money back guarantee or you don't pay. You can have a conditional guarantee in there, like, hey, as long as you're calling the leads, I'll give you a money back guarantee. And then time frame. So put it in time frame. Is it 90 days, 30 days, 6 months? The shorter the time frame, the better, right? They want results quicker, but you also don't want to shoot yourself in the foot. You want to be conscious of how long it actually takes to get results and make sure you're actually delivering on that, right? Next part of it is the outreach. Pick one channel. You can go test them all, but just double down on one and just, you see it's working, increase it by 100%, then double the next day, triple the next day, quadruple it, and just keep doing that over and over. And I promise you're going to get results doing that. And then just follow a super simple sales process. Get the problem, get their urgency, get their goal. You go into your pitch deck if you'd like, just share your screen, and then you just handle a couple objections. A lot of times, if you're authentic though, that's a big part. You don't even get objections a lot of the time. Like they just close right there. But that's a whole process right there that I use to personally explode my SMMA to about 19.1 thousand last month. And again, if you do have any questions, you want to connect with me at all, any of this, shoot me a DM on Instagram at noah.helped. Otherwise, feel free to join my free community as well. It's just a Discord. I'm not selling a single thing. It's just if you guys want to like network and stuff in there, I'm in there chatting with you guys as well. Other than that though, comment any other video ideas you do want to see, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.